Well, we're having problems with the quality of the audio. The pictures are okay, but the audio is not very clear, and so we have to discontinue that Skype chat with Olumide Oyedeji. Probably we'll arrange to talk to him later on and have a more comprehensive review of the Olympic Games qualifiers. The D Tigers are out, but the girls did put up some show, and I'm sure Nigeria can build on that for the future. All right, Oye, let's quickly take a look at this issue before we go on a break. Amadou Shuaibu is in the news. Yesterday on this show, we brought you a part of the plenary session in the House of Rep, where they talked about Amadou Shuaibu being owed by the Edo State government and by the Nigeria Football Federation. The Nigerian Football Federation reacted and said Amadou Shuaibu is being owed 2 months, which they will pay to his family. And they also confirmed that almost everybody on the management team of the Nigerian Football Federation are being owed 2 months' salary. But the Edo State government had also come out also clarify their own position about Amadou Shuaibu, and they confirmed that Amadou Shuaibu did put in a memo on being owed, and the story coming out is that the governor of Edo State government have approved the payment of 8 million naira on compassionate grounds to Amadou Shuaibu. And you have read that story as well, the reaction from the Edo State government. And this is the need for us to balance things after the House of Rep yesterday announced that the Edo State government were also owing Amadou a whole lot in terms of his salary while working as a consultant to the Edo State Youth Development Agency. You have read it. What's your reaction, Oye?
Well, Tony, I saw the letter, the one that purportedly written by the late Shuaibu Amadou
to the government.
To the government, which is being denied now by the Edo State government. I read the letter, very detailed. I want to believe that because if you knew how Shuaibu Amadou speaks, how he writes,
you will agree that
you want to be convinced that that letter
was his letter.
What it was in his elements, in his characteristics. Then, naturally, the Edo State government would, either deny or accept it. But I think for the sake of the family, we should show some respect, because the tone of the letter written by the Edo State government was that of, it appeared more political. If you are going to say, if you are saying that you don't know the man, of course we cannot resurrect the dead man to come and either corroborate or deny. But if you have some respect for the family of the deceased, since you have approved 8 million, just call the family members and hand over the 8 million to them. We don't need all this petty politics over a man that honored this country, that coached the Super Eagles 4 times, did a lot of work.
And we all describe as one of the best.
As one of the best, coached outside the shores of this country. So I think it's not in honor of the deceased at all. I read the letter and I think it was quite, I think it was inappropriate, the tone of the language. Yes, you could debate, because we don't know, the man is dead, whether he wrote a letter or not, but you show some respect to the dead man, the man who is deceased.
So what you are saying now is no need for us to dwell too much
it's quite unnecessary.
The details
the family is in a money mood. Okay. You don't need to aggravate their mood. You don't need to add more misery. The family is there, the children are there. So I think the son is going for youth service, and the daughter is in Canada. They are in devastated. They are devastated, Tony. So we don't need to add more. The state government should lead by example and
just give him that
and give him the honor.
What has been approved?
Let God be the judge. If they are saying that is your compassionate ground, they are releasing 8 million, then do it quietly and in honor of the dead.
Okay, I think I want to agree with you and just leave things the way they are, of course, to honor the memory of Amadou Shuaibu. I don't think, as you said, there's no need for us to begin to argue over whether it was written or it was not written. Amadou is gone. He deserves his rest, and the family also deserve to mourn and to be respected even at this very, very difficult period. All right, let me just quickly run through. Today, we had matches played in the Federation Cup. Let's come back to football on the domestic scene, the football on the pitch this time. And I talk about Federation Cup round of 32 games played today. We had a whole lot of games played today, both for the men and for the women. So let's start with the men and show you the results of matches played. And then we will also be talking about the results from the women's game as well. Surprise, surprise, a big upset Kano Pillars are out. They lost 1-2 to Prime of Oshogbo. That's the surprise of the day. Pillars have crashed out. Shooting Stars were in their elements today. They beat Alma of Ogun State 3-0 at the aggregate stadium. I saw the game. It was a good game. Nasarawa United also battled to a 1-0 win over Gold Round of Rivers. Ifeanyi Uba battled to a 1-0 win over former champions Lobby Stars of Makurdi. Rivers United, former champions, former winners of the Federation Cup, were truly in good form, hammering Kaduna United 4-0. That was about the most convincing result you will find on the night. Kogi United lost 1-2 to Wiki Tourists of Bauchi. Sunshine in their penalties to dismiss Abia Comets after playing 1-1 at full time. Crown knocked out former champions Tornadoes on penalties after playing 1-1 at full time. And then Warri Wolves 3-0 walkover over Jigawa Golden Stars. They didn't show up in Ilorin, and so Warri Wolves walked over Jigawa Golden Stars. Tomorrow, ABS will be playing Rangers. The game couldn't be concluded today. Only the first 45 minutes was played, and Rangers were leading 1-0. Heavy downpour in Bauchi now means that the game will be concluded tomorrow. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Okay, let's talk about the women very quickly. The women as well. We have Sunshine, defending champions, 3-0 over Osun Babes. Moscow Queens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to Nasarawa Amazons. Ibom Angels knocked out Delta, lost to Delta Queens on penalties after a goalless draw at full time. And Martin White Doves didn't show up. They were walked over by Bayelsa Queens. These are the results, round of 16 for the women in the 2016 Federation Cup. The NFF and the League Management Company have improved tremendously in the way the Federation Cup is able to go. Side league is getting better, but there is still a lot more to be done. Sponsor for the Federation Cup so that the teams can also make some good money from it. Onye, just quickly, before we go talk Copa America, talk about Enyimba. This weekend, Enyimba Faba up against Zamalek of Egypt. CAF Champions League is starting. So for Enyimba,
the die is cast.
The die is cast.
And they were supposed to play against Ekaneme in the round of 32.
Was postponed?
That were postponed. You know, that's a kind of support from the Nigerian Football Federation. The LMC2 have also been doing their part, trying to shape some of their games so that they can concentrate. Zamalek, you know, I think they should be, the arrival date is 14th.
The North African teams are so well organized, don't you?
The chairman of Imba even confirmed to me that they made adequate arrangement to arrive Nigeria for the game. So I think in terms of preparations, they are very, very, they are ahead of us. In terms of the organization, then it's not left for the performance of the two teams on the pitch. You know, I think some financial issues have also cropped up for Enyimba. I hope that they are able to solve those issues before the game on Saturday. You know, for the CAF Champions League, you need a lot of finance to motivate the player because the level is quite higher than you know, the domestic league. So the players need a lot of incentives. They need to prepare well, flight arrangements, accommodation when they are playing away, and all those logistics.
And keep the players properly motivated.
Should be properly sorted out so that.
And to keep the players properly motivated to deliver on the pitch.
Absolutely.
But this is a league. This is a league. So all Enyimba should be going for is 3 points.
Yeah.
It's very, very key. It's not as if it's home and away, but Enyimba will need to just try to go for 3 points in all their home games, and they will be good to go. All right, we wish them the best of luck. We'll still talk more about this as we get ready for the weekend. All right. Time for us to switch gears, go on a quick break. When we return from the break, we'll be talking Copa America Centenario. We are down now to the final 8 teams in the competition. Join us again.